Hello and welcome to another episode of This Is Not a Tutorial. So today I'm going to be trying to make another kind of deodorant. So rather than making bar deodorants, such as I have end bits of here, I'm going to be trying to make a sort of creamy deodorant which I can put in a tub and then apply more as a cream than as a bar, if that makes sense. So I have some water heating on the stove to do my double boiler. I'm going to start off with these fragments of my slightly worn out deodorant bars, and I have a couple of ones which didn't quite work very well the first time around, so I'm going to be melting these down and using these with my recipe today. So I'm going to be adding to this some shea butter, which is always a bit of a pain just to fragment bits off, but there we go. It's worth it, it's lovely stuff. So the reason that I'm trying to do this is just because the balms are a bit difficult to apply for some people, and also because I've never seen anybody using this, you know, making a deodorant cream that you can apply like a body butter, but theoretically it should work. So I'm not sure. I think perhaps the reason is that the whole point is that you're saving plastic. That's the main thing behind using a deodorant bar rather than some purchased deodorant. So I'm guessing that it just doesn't make sense if you're selling these things to make something which has to go in a plastic tub. However, I'm going to be using a recycled plastic tub that was previously a hair mask. So I'm just going to add a small sprinkle of beeswax, maybe a touch more. There we go. That's probably about 1.5 tablespoons of beeswax. So now I'm going to add some aloe vera gel. I'm not sure, I have a terrible feeling this might make everything worse, but there we go. So I'm just going to add a big squirt of that. Aloe vera is meant to be slightly antiseptic, which is why I'm adding it. And then I'm going to add one of my least favourite ingredients in cosmetics, coconut oil. And the reason I don't really like it is because I'm not a big fan of the massive coconutty smell it gives to everything, but it does do really well at softening things. So I'm just going to add a small dribble. It was thankfully already melted in the jar because it's a hot day. So now I'm going to add my tea tree oil here. And I'm going to add 15 to 20 drops of this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Lovely. So I'm doing a relatively large amount today because I've got quite a big jar full. And then I'm going to add some peppermint, which is just for scenting, really. So, come on, you know you want to come out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And this is a really powerful peppermint, so I'm not going to use too much. Right, so now I'm going to stop filming for a second. I'm going to put this on my double boiler. Okay, so here's my setup. I have my little Lidsid here who's trying to escape from the boiling pan. And I'm just using him to make sure that some steam can get out so that not everything gets trapped in. And, you know, you don't want to get a massive waft of steam coming up in your face when you lift the bowl up. So that's why I'm doing it this way. Right, so I'm just going to leave this all to melt together. Stirring it every now and then. My camera's steaming up. And then I will start filming again when it is all liquidy. Right, so I've started filming again a little bit before everything's melted together. From the way it's smelling, I've decided to add a bit more tea tree oil because I think I'm doing a larger quantity than I thought I was doing. So I'd already done about 20 drops. I think we're going to do another 10 or so. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This little tea tree oil comes out beautifully. And I'm also going to add another 5 or so of peppermint. 2, 4, come on, this one's a bit slower. And camera's steaming up. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. There we go. Okay, another short clip. I just want to show you what's happening. So bicarbonate of soda, when it reacts with heat, releases carbon dioxide, which is why it's useful in baking. So the bits of, ends of the deodorant bars that I was melting down in this had some bicarbonate of soda in them. So I haven't added any at this point, but the stuff that was in them before has now foamed up and created a little foam on top. So I think everything is melted together. I'm just going to leave it for a few minutes, still on the heat, even though it's already melted together, to try and settle down a little bit before I add some fresh bicarbonate of soda. I'm also going to, a thought just occurred to me, I'm going to try adding some alcohol hand gel. This is because alcohol is, you know, really good at killing bugs and bacteria that cause smell, and theoretically it should work, but I'm not actually sure if it will mix in well. So we always experiment, don't we? Try something, see what happens. So I'm going to add some of this now, just, you know, a squirt, and see what happens. Okay, so now, as you can see, it's all settled down a bit. All the bubbling is gone, so I'm going to add more bicarbonate of soda, and hopefully it won't bubble up again because it's been off the heat for a few seconds. Hopefully it's not too hot. I'm going to go for 2 teaspoons, I think, and then just mix it in. And then I'm going to turn the camera off for a second because I'm going to pour this immediately into my tub. Okay, so a few seconds of tipping and scraping later, I have my little tub, which is nowhere near full. I didn't actually make very much. This is just a test to see how well this works. So one way you can check what the texture of your balm is going to be at the end is on the spoon it will cool down faster, or on the spatula or the bowl, and you can see it's a nice kind of soft creamy texture rather than setting hard. So that's from the extra oil that I added this time round. So hopefully this will set into a nice ointment that will apply nicely onto the skin, and I'll let you know when it's cooled. Okay, so this is what our deodorant looks like after it's cooled down. It's nice, it's a good colour, it's soft, I can indent it easily with a finger. I think this might be what I was going for. Obviously I'll have to try it and see how well it works as a deodorant, and I'll try and post something in the comments or in the description down below. I'll probably be putting this video up in a few days anyway, so yeah, I'll try and give a bit of feedback as well and let you know how well this has worked. So there we go, that's my deodorant balm tutorial. I mean, not a tutorial, definitely not a tutorial. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time with some other not a tutorial things, or maybe tutorial things, you never know. I might actually do a tutorial for once. Anyway, I'll see you then. Bye!